and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Jordan. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Bucs had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Ball. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Elway to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now Elway to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gonzalez. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Elway. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
On first down, Elway. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Elway. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is a shame. Oh, it's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The slot man in motion right. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
6-0 our score after 1.
To throw on second down. Ball. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Ball. Eluding the pressure right. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
On 4th down, Ball. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Ball. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Ball. Hard throw. Incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On 4th down, Ball out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Throwing to start the drive. Ball. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
On 1st and 10, Ball, and he fires one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
161 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll try and run for it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Suck up for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Jets 20, Buccaneers nothing.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ball. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Ball. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Jordan.
And the Buccaneers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Alvin Kamara.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Elway throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On 3rd down, Elway. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Final play of the half. It's Elway. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun. Ball. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive. Let's go.
On 1st down, Ball. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Elway.
Finding Carter on the slant. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
Elway to throw on 2nd. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing to battle.
And now here's another interception.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Boy, 214 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Elway. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 19-point game. So it's a letdown there. They get the ball in tremendous position following the turnover, but they come away empty-handed.
Oh, man, you hate to waste field position like that. Your defense did you the favor of getting you the ball on this side of the 50, but neither the offense nor the kicking team could capitalize.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
In motion left is Thomas. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
19 tight, 19 tight, 19 right.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You blocked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
2
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. My 242 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
On 4th down, Elway. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now the ball comes loose, but I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now it's Elway. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Jets 33, Buccaneers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Ball. This is complete to Michael Thomas.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on 2nd down. Ball flushed out right.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Only a short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make 2nd down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Looking to throw. Ball. Open man is Michael Thomas. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Ball. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Buccaneers get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Elway. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Touchdown! A big play there. 58 yards.
And the Jets are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said,
he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on first down. Ball. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Off the play fake. Ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
that's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Jets, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.